was that for effort for your defense overall, coming off of last week, being able to generate some turnovers, get after the quarterback, just play really a better brand of football? How important was that today?
Very important. It showed us that we know what we're capable of doing. We know how good we are when we play, we execute what Coach Shep calls, and Coach Shep called a great ball game. And, he put everybody in position to make plays, even though there were still plays that we missed out on, I missed out on. Just moving forward, we know we reestablished our brand of football, and I feel like this was an important game.
Officially credited to you, but where you forced 2 fumbles in the play before, that one with Rome in the middle of the field right there. Ever had to play with that before?
No, sir, I never had to play like that before.
What the importance of getting some of those takeaways for you guys and what you want to accomplish on defense?
It's huge. In this league, that's what it's about, getting takeaways. Winning the turnover battle, and Coach Campbell and Coach Shep, all our coaches preaches that no matter what the offense is doing, defense got to force turnovers. And when we force turnovers, it gives our offense another chance to go score. And just giving them more opportunities, that's what we're supposed to do.
What was your argument there to the official on the rough and the passer one?
I feel like I don't get how that's rough in the passer where I'm jumping. And it wasn't even late to me. I'm coming down. It's not like I'm running full speed and I just bulldoze into him and he got rid of the ball. But he let go. I was already in the air and I just came down and he ducked. So I don't know. I disagree with it, but I owe Terrion. I took away his first career interception and I feel bad, but I'm gonna give him one again. Yes, sir.
How much were you guys motivated about the coach on the other side, Ben Johnson?
Very motivated. We know coming into this game that this is personal. Really, all these game personals. But this one was just, we felt like we've been, betrayed from the staff to the players. And, we love Ben. We still love Ben. He's a great, coach. He's a great mastermind. But yeah, it was time to get out there.
You said you felt what? Did you say betrayed? Or
Yeah.
That's a word? Okay. I wasn't sure
Because
what
you
you
went to Chicago or in division, you mean? Staying in division?
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, just the motivation to, after last week's performance, I guess get this thing right. How important is that?
Big. We're now 1-1 in our division. All these games we better go on a stretch, and each game is going to be important that we play. So we got to it was a great win, but we got to move forward.
A lot more pressure, 4 sacks this week. Just when you guys are getting after the quarterback like you were today, just how much better of a defense are you guys?
A dominant defense. When we can generate pressure like that and, get the quarterback behind the sticks, it allows us to really, determine what they want to do. I feel like when they behind the sticks, it's not too many plays they can run. So we playing our defense now when we get them behind the sticks.
The whole Ben betrayed thing, is that just because he went in division? I mean, did you expect him to take a job? Was there any?
That's above my pay grade.
I guess I'm at the root of it from your point of view in the locker room, why you guys felt that way, or why you felt that way.
He could have went anywhere else, but he got to see us again. So.
Can you talk about the confidence that you guys, did it grow as this game's going on for you guys as a defense? I mean, did the chatter get a little bit more cocky from you guys as the game's going on, or what was it like out there?
I wouldn't say that. I feel like, we just played our brand of football. It was no talking. We knew we had a chip on our shoulder coming into this game, and we wanted to dominate. And I feel like, in some areas we did, in some areas we didn't.
How fun is your role? How fun is your role in this defense? I mean, you had a sack, a pressure, a pass defend, a forced fumble. It seems like they allow you to play all over the field. How fun is that? How much does that suit your game with just how they use you?
It's very fun. Knowing that they trust me doing different things, makes me just want to go harder and just wants to, help my team, whatever I can do to help my team win. That's what I'm here for.
Hearing you, Brian, Did you guys come in like kind of pissed off into this game
Yes, sir.
because of last week or Johnson or what?
Last week played a big factor into this too, because we felt like we shouldn't have lost that game. But, we knew it was at stake with this game. Another division game. Chicago is a great team. Ben is, like I said, Ben's a great coach. And, we got to play these boys again. So each game is going to be, we're going to have a chip on the shoulder.
Ryan, Amik told us that Kirby masterminded the Stumble Bum celebration. Could you share with us how that came to be?
Honestly, I don't even know. He just told me, be my running back. And when I seen him stumble, I was like, he doing what JG did last year. So I just ran up the field.
Obviously not what anybody was looking for in that first week. What did that bounce back mean to you in the offense today?
Meant a lot. I think, that was our goal. We wanted to come out, be more clean, communicate better, execute better, alignment, assignment, details, fundamentals. And I think for the most part, we did that. I think there's a few drives that we wish we could have had back, a few things that I wish I could have had back. But, the score looked pretty good.
You were big from the first play from scrimmage, and in each of those first couple drives, you had a big play in there. What was clicking today?
I think, got the right looks. Jared threw O-line protected well. And I think it just worked out for me. Like, I think on one of those plays, I think I had like a dagger where I got tackled at the one, that not technically designed to go to me. It just worked out perfect where, I ended up being open and Jared found me. So some of those plays, just how it goes in this league. But just got to run your route to win every time.
You had third down run for a first down. How much fun is that showing the versatility there, taking the handoff?
It's fun. It's fun when you get the first down, you get some yards. I had another run that kind of got stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So, but running behind our line is always a lot of fun, especially when we, got the right look.
Jared completed his last 16 passes. What can you tell me about that quarterback?
When you protect him and you let him see it, he's one of the best in the league. And I think he shows that each and every week. Even if he has, if he throws a pick, I think he comes back and he's still willing to throw it to all of his guys. So, he showed, again, who he is today, why we, appreciate him so much as our quarterback.
3 touchdowns, ties a career high. Do you guys just feel unstoppable in the red zone?
We feel good. We feel really good. I feel like we've done a few different things with me, by myself, soloed up in training camp, which, we've kind of tried to explore throughout the, hopefully throughout the season. So that first touchdown was one of those. And I think, if we just can get more comfortable doing things like that, it just opens up a whole bunch of other stuff for us. So I'm excited.
Last thing for me, we were grabbing our chests when you're holding your hamstring. What was that all about?
That was a celebration that, I had one in mind. If I scored another touchdown, I was like, I'm going to do that one. And sure enough, I scored. So it was just, acting like I was going down from Call of Duty, self-revive, and I'm back up.
I lied. One more, Ben. Having him on the other side, a little more fired up?
I think so. I think so. I think a lot of, especially the offense, we were fired up. Ben, what he did for us was, we'll never take that for granted. He was a big part of what we did here. But just him being over there, we wanted to show that we can still, us as players, we can still make it happen. We got a great group of guys, got a great group of coaches. So we want to go out there and put on a little show.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
They say there was so much talk this week externally about what this offense was now without Ben and a new look offensive line. What kind of statement, if any, do you feel like you guys might have made today?
I feel like, it's only week 2, it's early. But I feel like we were a lot better than we were last week, from everything from the explosive plays to the communication to the details to the execution to taking care of the football. You look at just the whole top to bottom. I feel like there was a few drives that we kind of, stalled out. I think we had a few 3-and-outs that after our defense gets a turnover or something, that's the last thing you want to do. So those are things I feel like we need to be better on. But anytime I feel like you put up 50 in this league is tough against any opponent, you gotta respect it.
Did you ever find yourself taking a peek his way from across the field?
Yeah, there was one time I break. I was looking like, where's Ben? I couldn't find him. I was like, usually the head coach I feel like is near the line of scrimmage. I look back a few 15 yards. He was back there. But that was really the only time that I really looked for him. But it was a fun game.
In Green Bay, it seemed like every first down you guys had to fight for. The first play that you made today, the big catch, was that kind of the indicator that, okay, we might be getting back to ourselves?
I mean, it's always nice to get, I think, an explosive play, first play of the game. I think it loosens up the defense maybe a little. But no, anytime I feel like you get an explosive play on the first play of the game, it's a good feeling. But you still got to finish the drive. You got to score. And I think us scoring on the first drive was big for us as an offense, especially, coming off the way we played last week.
I'm sure you've already been asked this, but your touchdown celebration where you kind of look like you hurt your hammy, but what's that all about?
That was just one of my sillies. Something I had in mind. It was a fake hamstring pull, fall down, self-revive, get back up.
Do you think Jared thought you were hurt?
I think he knew it was good. I think someone said Scotty was the only one that thought I was hurt, but we're all good.
Kind of where the ball is placed, where the defender is, and it's just something I've been repping since I knew I wanted to play receiver. Even when I was a quarterback, I would still run some receiver drills with my dad. So it was just a part of the routine we did every day. We would do one-hand catches, every different direction. So just to be able to put that practice into fruition in a game like this, kind of in back-to-back games, is super cool. Obviously, none of that would have mattered if we didn't get the win. So super happy to get a big win.
Just as a reaction, was that catch today better than the first one?
Just because I didn't score, I'm going to say no. But difficulty-wise, it's definitely up there.
What do you say about the offense?
Yeah, I think it really just came down to us, being well-rounded. I think the offensive line played really well. We were able to protect Jared and allowed us to get downfield. We had some big explosive plays in the run game. Obviously, in the passing game, that's our standard for this year.
Is it a bit of a sigh of relief, after what you guys put, all the work you put in the ball game, to have a 50-point game like this so early, just what it means for you guys to really see that up there?
I wouldn't call it a relief. I mean, like I said, that's kind of our standard. Last week was not what we wanted to put out on tape, and, the way we played today, we know we can bring that every week.
There's a bunch of Hudsonville Christian kids that are going to play.
What's up, Sam?
What's up? Gonna play, right now, to have all them watching you, to have people from your high school watching you. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, isn't there like a 5th and 6th grade game?
I think it's 5-6, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to head out there here pretty soon and say what's up. Cool to have, I think my parents had 200 people from the Unity family going to be out here. Obviously, it's a whole lot more from the West Michigan area supporting me. So just all that support and all that love means so much to me.
Not kind of preseason. You played here when you were playing for a state championship, and now you're here as a pro. What has your life been in between then, your journey in the NFL and now making it here as a rookie?
I just got to trust God's plan. It's been a little bit up and down in terms of, going from Arkansas to here. There was a lot of things, a lot of opportunities that God put in front of me that I was able to capitalize on. So I just got to give thanks to him and for the opportunity to even be out on this field. I'm grateful every day for it.
I don't know if you ever envisioned what your first 2 catches would look like in the NFL, but did they look like this?
Maybe when I was a little kid, just dreaming about it, up at night, I can't sleep just thinking about, catching the ball with one hand in Ford Field it's pretty special.
When they're rolling like that, I mean, how does it kind of?
I mean, it's nice because they score so fast. Then you have to go back out there, and I don't get to catch my breath. So it's not really nice at all, but I'll take that. It forces the play caller into it shrinks his call sheet down because he's playing from behind, and he's got to do a lot of things to get back into the game. So it helps us too, but. Yeah, it was good.
How did that manifest itself, especially in the second half? It seemed like you guys were able to kind of pin your ears back and get after them.
I feel like just doing our jobs. It starts with that, and just being able to go out there and every snap, just focus on your job, get it done, and then come back to the huddle and move on. So I think that helped apply a little bit more pressure there.
Did it feel like a new day when Branch got the fumble and you recovered it?
Yeah.
It just obviously Kelvin's been wanting 4 turnovers, making plays on the ball.
Yeah.
How much did that kind of, I guess, maybe change the course of the game?
Yeah, I mean, turnovers are huge in the NFL. If you can steal possessions here and there, and I feel like we did a good job of that. Obviously, still got to improve on. We'd like to get a little bit more punch outs, but BB did a great job today with that, and especially in today's game when everything's for the offense, nothing's for the defense. So if you have an extra possession, you're probably going to get 7 points.
That seems like the silliest question, man. But outside people in the NFL, they ride the roller coaster that you guys have no awareness of. How does this room stay so steady, and how does the belief stay so strong week to week?
I would just say we know what we have in the locker room no matter what, and it just starts up top with Dan. Dan does a great job. And just got to stick together through things. You just got to weather the storm, weather adversity. It's just like life. So we just got to keep it rolling now.
How much did it feel like, just overall the performance was like, what it was last year. I mean, again, with you guys just
Yeah,
being able to play complimentary football.
Yeah, I wish we didn't let them score at all, but they did, and they did a good job. I'll give them that. They got a lot of good people on their offense, and I think Caleb does a good job. So they're going to be a good team, but at the end of the day, getting out of here with a win in NFC North, it's a big time.
How did it feel to bounce back with a week like that?
It was great. That was our plans. Come out, play good Detroit Lions football, and get a win.
How big was it with the balance that you had, where the running game was going, then you were able to hit a couple deep ones?
I think that's great. That's how our offense work. Either we start passing and they let up the run, or we start running and they let up the pass. So we just play complementary football for each other. With the run and pass game. Shout out to the OC. He had a great call today, and it was a good game for us on the offensive side.
Talk to me about that big hitter down the right side, man.
Man, I feel like I should have scored. You talking about the first play? I feel like I should have scored. I'm mad at myself about that one. It was just something, get us going coming out of halftime, and I just got to score that one. That's what's on my mind right now about that one.
How did it feel on the long one from Jared there, where you did connect? You look up and you're a couple lengths ahead of those guys.
It felt good. We kind of figured out what defense they was playing, and we knew what we was gonna get with the motion. We seen the safeties low, so we could go over the top of that, and that's what I do. So,
You see Ben over in the other side a little more fired up?
Look at him. I ain't even get to see him after the game, man. I'll probably text him or call him, try to talk to him.
How good did this one feel after all the questions people had about you guys coming in?
Great. 50 points, we can never be mad about 50 points in a win. You never could be mad about a win either. But 50 points, I think we did great on the offense. There's still some things to clean up, man. Once we get those clean, we're going to be rolling.
How would you assess the O-line in this game?
How would you
assess the offensive line in this game?
One more time.
The offensive line, how would you assess
I think they did good. Protected my guy real good today. He threw for 300, 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. I'm not sure if he was sacked or anything, but, they protected my guy Goff real good today. He was able to throw some touchdowns, and, after we watch the film and clean up everything, we'll be perfected.
Jim, how great was it to have the defense keep putting the ball in your guys' hands?
That was great. The turnovers is great. The forced fumble by BB, that turned me up. We had picks that was called back. We had a pick by Kirby. The turnovers, that help us get going. It excites the offense. We're excited to go score after we see that they got the ball back for us, after not a punt or something like that.
Jameson, there's been a lot of talk about how maybe the offense isn't as good without Ben Johnson. Did you guys take this one personally
You've
today?
seen 50 points up there. I think we only scored 50 points maybe once or twice under Ben. This our OC second game. We put up 50, so, I don't think it's not really a drop-off without Ben. Shout out to Ben. He's a great coach, great play caller. But, we make plays, man. It really don't. To me, we just got to go out there and make plays. I really didn't see a difference or a drop-off with the different coaches from Ben to Johnny Moe, but, Johnny Moe got out there and called a great game for us this week, and we scored 50 points.
You said you wanted this one for Dan. Why was that the case? What was kind of the message behind the scenes?
We know what the message, we know what the message was, man. I was just glad we was able to get it.
How much did you hear the noise throughout the week? I know players say that they stay away from it, but were you feeling it? Or hearing it?
Yes, but when you're coming off of a loss, man, you just want to go out there and fix. We kind of block all that out. We just wanted to fix those mistakes, man, and go out there and play Lions football. We here, but it doesn't win us games. We win us games. Us playing as a team. So we just wanted to go out here, man, and get a fan something to look forward to, man, and get that dub, and start stacking those wins.
What does a game like this tell the rest of the NFL about your offense?
That we very explosive. Very explosive. What we put up, 58 points, almost 60. So you gotta stay on top of it, man. That's the same offense we had last year. Very explosive players, superstars all over the place. So we just gotta build up this game, man, and keep on putting points on the board.
To start the season.
Ben Johnson said he expected you guys to run it up on him on that 4th and 4, not kicking the field goal. How great does that feel hearing out?
It's always good to get a win, but that's, we did the same thing last year. If we had a chance to run the score up, that's what we did. We was going to go out there, play physical on defense, try to be explosive on offense, and that's what I feel like we did tonight.
To start the season with 2 back-to-back division opponents, not that any team is less competitive, but is it a sigh of relief to get through this week too?
Definitely, man. Definitely. Like I say, 24-hour rule, man. Celebrate this win, fix the mistakes, because at the end of the day, they did put points on the board. So we're gonna watch the mistakes, man, because we got a great opponent coming up, Baltimore. We know what happened last time. The Lions went down there. So we just trying to get the dub, versus them. We're gonna go out there and strike and be, strike on defense and be very explosive on offense.
What is it about a professional athlete that's where your mind goes to the plays you didn't make versus the plays you did?
Man, because standards, right?
Yeah.
When you make the positive play, that's what you're supposed to do. And negative plays are more like, so simple.
Is this feel closer to the standards you guys hold highly?
No.
This
No.
game, it didn't?
We know what we got to correct, and we know there's still better out there. But, always happy to come away with a win. That makes a lot of things better.
What is it like playing for Shep? I mean, just the intensity, every moment of every day. How much do you enjoy that?
I mean, you said it right. And, it's a testament to him. When you have someone with that kind of sense of urgency at the head, and it just trickles down, We know that we got to go out there and get what we want.
How difficult is it to actually sack Caleb Williams? I mean, just given the way he moves in and out of the pocket.
I think as an offense, they did a good job, trying to slow us down, get in the way. From there, it's just sometimes, you got breaks. We got to be able to take advantage of that.
Marcus, you say you get looked at a couple times on the side, you pick up a sack, just getting out there in front of this home crowd for the first time in a while. Can you describe and walk us through your day mentally, physically?
Mentally, man, I was trying to figure out the best way to get mad, but that wasn't working. So, but then again, I feel like the fans brought the energy. It was pretty much packed. I'm deaf at times when I'm out there, so that's always a good thing. I know they can't hear either. I don't know. We're lucky about the fan base.
Physically, go ahead. Sorry, physically, can you walk us through a couple of looks you got from the training staff today and how you're feeling after this one?
No. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to them, and hey, I'm here.
Nothing serious though.
I don't know. We about to see.
Is that how it always is for you? When you try to tap into anger before the is that the best mode to play in for you?
I mean, sometimes I feel like that heightens the body.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now I got some more fuel.
It does seem like you're a guy that is slow to anger. I mean, is it tough to find that gear?
Yeah, I'm not good at displacing. Any of my anger has to be like real.
Yeah.
So.
It's not too often the team drops 50 points in an NFL game. What's it like seeing the full power of this offense? What it can do when it's rolling like that?
I don't think that was full power. I know they've got better, and they know we've got better. You guys ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey Marcus, what's the emotional swing when you get your first sack of the season, first sack in almost a year, and also get dinged up on the play and have to leave the game? Psychologically, emotionally, what is that moment like for you?
At this point, I'm not trying to think about myself. Yeah, I'm happy we got that win. And, happy we're able to get him to 3rd and long. And, hey, do what I can.
You said you felt like you were kind of halfway tilted at times last week. Did you feel like you were all the way tilted for the most part today, or is there still more for you to uncover in that regard?
More to uncover.
Hey Marcus, walking up late, how are you feeling? What happened exactly to the shoulder?
I said I wasn't really about to say anything about that because I don't know. And but right now I'm okay. I'm happy we got that win. Good team win.
See how'd you get back on track with the sack?
Get back on track? What you mean? He's been killing it. Yeah. I mean, look, that was just one. I mean, look at the other games. Hutch's been doing this thing.
If you just went just a little bit further, what more could this offense do from your perspective? How could you explain what more could this offense really bring to the table?
I just mean that they're a great offense. And for you guys to say back on track, I mean, I know they got a whole nother level that they can tap into.
Yeah, obviously I think there's a lot more stuff to clean up. Yeah, even for myself. But man, I think that we came out and we did what we wanted to do. Like I said, solid. Still got to go back to the drawing board and clean up some stuff. But man, super proud of how the guys fought today, man. Super proud of, what we preached, we actually really did. Getting the turnovers, capitalizing, playing complementary football with our offense, special teams, defense. I think we did a good job doing that. Like I said, man, super excited for the win, super excited for that, and super happy for what the guys did today, man. And on to the next one. Like I said, a lot of stuff to clean up going into Baltimore week, but man, definitely got to enjoy the wins because it's hard to win this league, and when you do, you have to appreciate that for sure. So.
Looking at what you guys did, I mean, do you feel like that was a complete defensive performance? I mean, you guys got after the quarterback, forced some turnovers, forced a fumble, got a pick. I mean, you guys kind of did everything.
I think that was a small piece of what we were capable of. I mean, it was a phenomenal job. I mean, getting interceptions, getting the sacks, man. Like I said, we left some plays out there on the field. We have high expectations for our defense because you got to see what we do when we attacked, and we. You got to aim for perfection. Never going to be perfect, but when you're aiming for it, anything is possible. But man, like I said, man, super excited, super happy for what we did out there and put on tape. So.
Not too often you see 50 points scored in an NFL game. What's it like seeing the full power of that offense?
Man, we always knew what they were about, man, and I always said, even last week, I mean, I broke it out. Coach gave me the honor to break it out this week in practice, and I just said, man, let's just remember who we are. We are more than what people are saying, and we don't listen to the outside noise, and we know what we're about. And I already know our offense is super explosive, man. Golf is amazing. Our offensive line is amazing. Running backs, tight ends, wide receivers, man. It's special teams, defense. I mean, when you can put all three of those together, this is a result of that. And, man, super happy to see our offense go out there and put 51 points on the what's 51? It's 52. Well, underestimating. No, but, man, like, it just – to see them go around and fly around like that, man, and make plays, man, is super exciting. And the fact that as a defense we can capitalize that and then give our offense the ball again to go down there and keep going down there and scoring, man, it's awesome. We played a really great complimentary ball today.
Amon-Ra mentioned that they wanted on offense to prove that they were more than just Ben Johnson, I guess, in that sense. I mean, did you get the sense that this week that they were out to kind of send a message?
Man, like I said earlier, man, I mean, obviously, every game personal to us. We really respect Ben Johnson, what he does, and we're super happy for him to have the opportunity to be the head coach over there with the Bears. But man, we prepare every week like it's any opponent. I mean, not just Ben Johnson. I mean, you could call it personal, however it is. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, we just want to win. We just want to, inside our organization, we know what we're about. We want to just continue that, throughout the year. So.
Staying with that about Ben Johnson, like you said, there was a lot of outside narratives, a lot of stuff being said about this team. Just to be able to get this particular win out of the way and get this game out the way, how important do you think it's for you guys? Man, very important. I mean, especially coming over a week last week. To me, I call last week a fluke, man. That wasn't us. We went in, we made the corrections, and this was a result of that. Like I said, man, we're all about us, man. We don't care about the outside noise or what's going on. We know the work we put in through OTAs, through camp. People talking about coordinators, all that stuff, man. We have phenomenal coordinators, man. Phenomenal. Shepard done an amazing job allowing the guys to buy in and going out there fighting for him, man. When you have a coach that you go out there and fight for, this is a result of those, the turnovers and the sacks and obviously getting the win. So.